Hello YouTube, I'm back again. I'm just going to show this diagram, and I'm going to show what's going to be similar to a slideshow of notes I've written about the diagram, which explain my arguments and attempt to sum it up in as few words as possible for your convenience. You can view the correlations. I'll give you zoom in so you have a better time seeing. It says less pollution to environment as you go in the downward direction. That's why there's these arrows pointing downward. Well, downward and then downward and then downward. And then it starts to go the other way, and the upward arrow is more pollution to environment. So that means that as you get closer to the most sinful beings, you get more pollution to the environment. The further you stray from that, the less pollution to your environment. Pollution to the environment is sin. The more you pollute your environment, the more you are sinning. Funnily enough, average humans have to be less sinful than, say, the devil at level 1, and have to sin more than God at level 9. So they're somewhere in between, and yet they still pollute their environment, which is what they're doing by sinning. They're polluting their environment. And yet, funnily enough, that basically means that yes, they are sinning by polluting their environment, and yet we have another correlation: more traveling done to acquire power. So the further you go up, it means the more you're polluting your environment, the more you're traveling. That's because the more you travel, the more you pollute your environment. And in the downward direction, it's the opposite. Less traveling done to acquire power, and obviously less pollution environment. So that's because the less you travel, the less pollution you're giving to your environment. The more you travel, the more you sin. The less you travel, the less you sin. Is basically what I'm trying to say by that. And so, yeah, basically like what else is there to say here? I mean, level from level 7 to 2 is most humans. Yeah, so like level 8 is quote unquote Adam in the Bible. Level 9 is God. That's what Christians call Adam. They say he's more sinful than God, but he's still far less sinful than average humans from level 7 to 2. And then at level 1, you just have the most sinful stuff, as I said, the devil. So that's as I said, for the rest of what's going to be shown in this video, I'll just sum it up with notes I've written. All right.